For those of you who have your own TradingView strategies already in Pine Script, I'm now going to teach you how to connect those strategies to AlphaInsider. Now, I'm not a huge coder myself, but this is a perfect way to create a no-code trading bot that will automate everything for you here on AlphaInsider. So starting from the home page, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll click on where it says API documentation. Then from here, we'll scroll over to the left-hand side and we'll look for the TradingView integration tab. So on this page, you're going to have what you need to now go over to TradingView and make this happen. But if you want a step-by-step written text version of this video, click on the tutorial setup and it'll take you to that page. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the home page of AlphaInsider and I'm going to go over to the portfolio section and I'm going to create a new strategy. I'm going to name the strategy. I can put a short description. I'll put a starting balance. I'm going to use $1,000 in this example. It's either going to be a stock or a cryptocurrency strategy. And then from here, I can keep it public, make it private, or even a paid strategy. I will now click create. And now here's how everything looks. So now I jump over to TradingView and I have the RSI strategy currently populated on the chart. We can see a +2 there and a -2 up here. So I'll hover over the RSI strategy and I'll scroll over to the 3 dots where it says more. And then I'll click add alert on RSI strategy. It'll open a window that looks like this. I'm going to click on the notifications. And then I'm going to go down here to where it says webhook URL, sends a post request to your specified URL when your alert triggers. Click on that. Now I'm going to go back to the TradingView integration page from AlphaInsider. And underneath this post on the right-hand side, if you hit the drop down, there will be a link. We're going to copy that link. We're going to go back to TradingView and we're going to paste that link right inside. Now, we can also go back to AlphaInsider. And if you were to click on this tutorial setup link, you will see the instructions right here. This is the same link that we're going to find right here in the instructions. Now, there's no need to click create just yet. You're going to go to the message tab inside of this alert. And then inside of this message tab, we are going to go back to AlphaInsider and we're going to see where it says underneath this link. If I put this back up underneath request samples, we're going to copy this right here and we're going to paste it into TradingView. If there is something here, delete that and take what we have on AlphaInsider and paste it in. So now we're going to have to edit this message in order for this to work properly. So first we're going to start with the strategy ID. So see how it says strategy ID and then string in quotes? We're going to edit that. We'll go back to the strategy that we just created here on AlphaInsider. And once we have this page open, what we're going to copy is the text and letters after the final slash after the word strategy. So it's alphainsider.com/strategy/ and then that what is after the slash is what we are going to copy and paste in replace of the word string as our strategy ID. Okay, so that is our strategy ID. Now we need to enter our stock ID. We're going to go back to the strategy on AlphaInsider. We're going to scroll down to the timeline underneath that where it says trade. And this strategy is on SPY. So I'm going to type in SPY, the S&P 500 ETF, and see where it says underneath this line, it has the S&P Trust. We have SPY:NYSE. That is the line we want to copy. So the entire thing, SPY:NYSE. I'm going to copy that, go back to TradingView, and where we have stock ID:string, I'm going to replace inside the quotes the string for the stock ID, which now is SPY:NYSE. Now for action, this should already be good. If you click on the question mark right down here, you can learn more about placeholders. And if you were to scroll down, you'll see that the placeholder that's already there returns the current position of the strategy in string form, long, flat, or short. Now for leverage, it's set to 1.5. Technically, this can be set from 0, which would mean no trades, to 2x leverage, which is the max. If you set it to 2x leverage, it is possible that the order will not trigger due to insufficient funds, because if price moves even just a touch from when the alert is triggered on TradingView to when it actually gets sent to the broker and executed, it's possible that this does not go through. So set it to 1.95 if you want nearly 2x leverage, just to be safe with reliable order fills. Now for the API token, I'm going to go back to my strategy on AlphaInsider. I'm going to click on settings. I will click on the developers tab. I'm going to name my API key, and then I'm going to go down to the permissions. For permissions, I'm going to open the drop down menu, go to where it says trades, and I'm going to scroll down to where it says new order and then click that box. Now I'm going to click on create key, and then from there I'm going to copy this key, go back to TradingView, and then again inside where it says string in the quotes, I'm going to take that out and I'm going to paste the API key in there. It is going to be a lot of letters and numbers. Just make sure everything is still looking good and we have the 2 quotes at the front and the back end. Everything looks good. I am now going to click on create, so we should not be clicking create until the end of this entire process. Now I click on create, and if I was to go up here to my alerts, we can see that I now have an active alert for this strategy on SPY. So now I'm going to go to my portfolio tab, pull up the strategy that we just created, and now as trades trigger on TradingView, it's going to be communicating to AlphaInsider, and we're going to be able to see the performance of this over time as trades and as new orders come in.